everybody? JT Dangerous here once again. I am back for my 2018 Stanley Cup Playoffs second round predictions. Now, we are down to the final 8 teams in the quest for the Stanley Cup, and out of these 8 teams, only 3 have won the Cup before. So I'm very excited to do these second round predictions for you guys this evening, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record coming out of the first round was a perfect 8-0 record. So we're starting off on a very good note this year in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So I'm very excited on that, and hopefully in this video we will continue the winning ways and get another winning record. Hopefully. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel as a first-time viewer, and this is your first video, boy, you picked a good one if you're a huge hockey fan like myself and you're ready for the Stanley Cup, the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Welcome to the Dangerous Lions. I am JT Dangerously, and welcome to the club, because this club is just two. Whoop, whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these second round predictions. Now, starting off in the Eastern Conference with the Tampa Bay Lightning facing off against the Boston Bruins. Now, the Tampa Bay Lightning are coming off a series win over the New Jersey Devils in 5 games, and they're getting closer and closer to making it back to the Stanley Cup and winning only their second in their franchise's history. Now, playoff leaders on the Tampa Bay Lightning side, starting off with Nikita Kucherov with 5 goals, 5 assists, Alex Killorn with 4 goals and an assist, Steven Stamkos with a goal and 5 assists, Andre Palat with a goal and 3 assists, JT Miller with a goal and 3 assists, Ryan McDonough with 4 assists, and their fantastic goalie Andrei Vasilevskiy with a 4-1 record. So Tampa Bay is looking really good right now. Then on the other side, the Boston Bruins are coming off a big win tonight in Game 7 at home over the Toronto Maple Leafs. Once again, crushing the Maple Leafs' dream of winning their first Stanley Cup in 51 years. But this Boston Bruins team has always been a very consistent team year after year after year. Now, playoff stats for the Boston Bruins coming in. Players like David Pastrnak with 5 goals, 8 assists. Brad Marchand with 3 goals and 6 assists. Patrice Bergeron with a goal and 7 assists. Torrey Krug with 2 goals, 7 assists. David Krejci with 2 goals and 6 assists. And Jake DeBrusk with 5 goals and 2 assists. And their fantastic goalie, and Tuukka Rask with a record of 4-3. So this is going to be a very, very good series. I can see this series going 6, possibly 7 games, and whoever wins, I think, has a great chance to knock off the Penguins if the Penguins win their game. So coming from me in this matchup, this one's tough. This one's a really, really tough one, because Boston is a really good team. Tampa Bay is a really good team. So coming from me, I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Lightning to defeat the Boston Bruins and make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. And now the next matchup, and this one I'm really interested in. It is the Washington Capitals facing off against the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's Ovechkin and Crosby once again. Now, starting off with the Washington Capitals are coming off a big win in the first round over the Columbus Blue Jackets in 6 games, and now this is their biggest opportunity. They have a chance to finally end that long curse of never making it past the conference quarterfinals, and this is a big opportunity for them. I mean, this is an opportunity for Ovechkin to finally say, hey, I can make it out of the quarterfinals and make it to the finals and maybe even the Stanley Cup. I don't want to be known as a guy who has a bunch of goals with no cup or no championship. This is a big moment for the Washington Capitals team, players, all of them, because if they can't get it done here, there has to be changes. Easily have to be changes, even down to the general manager, to the coach, to even players, because this team is so good in the regular season, but they find a way to choke every year in the playoffs. Now, here is a dangerous fact. The last time the Capitals beat the Penguins in the playoffs was 1994, 24 years ago. So there's a lot at stake for the Washington Capitals. Now, playoff leaders for the Capitals, players like Nicholas Backstrom, 2 goals, 6 assists. John Carlson with a goal and 8 assists. Ovechkin, of course, with 5 goals, 3 assists. Evgeny Kuznetsov with 4 goals, 4 assists. TJ Oshie with 3 goals and an assist. And their fantastic goaltender, and Braden Holtby with a pretty solid record of 4-1. So a lot at stake for the Capitals in this game. Then on the other side, you have the reigning champs, the Pittsburgh Penguins, who are coming off a big win in round 1 over the Philadelphia Flyers in 6 games. Again, the Flyers will be back. Flyers will be a much better team next year, but this Penguins team what else can you say? They continue to win. They continue to win, and they're looking to win. They're looking to go back to back Stanley Cup champions. And I can't remember the last team to ever do that. I think, let me know in the comment section below who was the last team to go back to back in winning the Stanley Cup. I would love to know who did it, because I keep thinking it's a team in the Eastern Conference, like maybe Toronto or Montreal or Edmonton. But let me know in the comment section below if you do know. But this team is just way too good. And I did hear that if Getty Malkin will not be in this game in the first game, so that's not a big loss for the Penguins, because they have a lot of other players to replace them. Now, playoff leaders for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Where do you start? Sidney Crosby, 6 goals, 7 assists. Evgeny Malkin with 3 goals, 2 assists. Jake Gretzel with 6 goals, 7 assists, including that 4-goal game against Philly in Game 6 on Sunday. And Chris Letang with a goal and 6 assists. And their fantastic goalie, Matt Murray, with a 4-2 record and 2 shutouts. So this Penguins team is just continuing to get better and better. Even though they still have players like Crosby and Malkin, they added guys like Getsel and Hornquist and so many other great players. But this Penguins team is always dangerous, and again, I don't see a lot of teams in the East knocking them out, except maybe Tampa, but that's a stretch. So coming from me in this matchup to see who will make it to the Eastern Conference Final, man, as much as I want Pittsburgh to get knocked out, I just don't see it here. Again, Pittsburgh has won the last 7 meetings against the Capitals. So, again, I don't think the Capitals are a good team, but they need some changes, definitely next season. So coming from me in this matchup, I can see this going maybe 6, possibly 7. But I'm going to take the reigning champs, the Pittsburgh Penguins, to defeat the Washington Capitals. And now on to the Western Conference with the Nashville Predators facing off against the Winnipeg Jets. Now the Nashville Predators are coming off a big win in the first round over Colorado in 6 games, and the President's Trophy winner is looking to end the President's Trophy curse and win the Stanley Cup. Like I said in my first round predictions, the last team to do it, the 2012 Blackhawks. Since then, 0-4 for President's Trophy winner. So they're looking to once again head back to the Western Conference Championship, defend their crown, and possibly get back to the Stanley Cup. Now, playoff leaders on this Nashville Predators team: Austin Watson with 4 goals, 3 assists. Ryan Johansson with 2 goals and 3 assists. Matthias Ekholm with a goal and 5 assists. Philip Forsberg with 4 goals, 2 assists. And Colin Shizens with 3 goals and 4 assists, and their fantastic goalie, Pekka Rinne, with a 4-2 record and 1 shutout. So this Nashville Predators team is looking good. They're looking to make Nashville Smashville, once again, and make it back to the Western Conference Championship. Then on the other side, you have the Winnipeg Jets, who are coming in after knocking off the Minnesota Wild in 5 games, and they are Canada's last hope, because again, it's been 25 years since the last Canadian hockey team, has won the Stanley Cup. Last team to do it, the '93 Canadiens. So Canada is riding on the Winnipeg Jets to finally end their 25-year drought, and this Winnipeg Jets team is really good, no doubt. Now, players look playoff leaders for the Jets in this game. Players like Dustin Byfuglien with 5 assists, Paul Stastny with a goal and 3 assists, Patrick Lane with 2 goals, 2 assists, and Mark Schlereth with 4 goals and an assist. And their fantastic goalie, Connor Hellebuck, with a 4-1 record, 2 shutouts, and a 1.93 goal against average. So this Winnipeg Jets team is good this year. They've always been good the last couple years, but this team looks to be a lot better. So coming from me in this matchup to see who will make it to the Western Conference Finals. Oh, man, this one's tough. This one's a tough one. I can see the series going maybe 6, possibly 7, maybe. So coming from me, I am taking the Nashville Predators to defeat the Winnipeg Jets and make it back to the Western Conference Finals. And now the final matchup in the second round, and it's going to be a really good one. It is the Vegas Golden Knights facing off against my favorite team in the whole wide world, my San Jose Sharks. Now, the Vegas Golden Knights are coming from me, the biggest upset in Stanley Cup playoff history, sweeping the 2-time Stanley Cup champions, the Los Angeles Kings. How you feel, Kings? Huh? How you feel? But this season has been amazing for this expansion team that just came into existence this year. They're making their first year in the playoffs memorable. And even though they don't have the experience, their players have the playoff experience, even Stanley Cup championship experience. Now, players to look out, playoff leaders for the Vegas Golden Knights, players like James Neal, goal and assist, Shea Theodore, goal and an assist, David Perron with a goal, with an assist, William Carlson with a goal and an assist, and their fantastic goalie who has kept them who has been their rock all season long and all postseason long, the former Stanley Cup champion Marc-Andre Fleury with a perfect 4-0 record and 2 shutouts and a playoff low .65 goal against average. So once again, this Vegas Golden Knights team, they live and die by Marc-Andre Fleury. He has a great game, they have a great game, and they have a chance to make even more history by making it to their first Western Conference championship in their entire franchise's first-year career. Then on the other side, you have my San Jose Sharks, who are coming off a sweep of the Anaheim Ducks. We're the last California team in the Stanley Cup playoffs this year, and this Sharks team looked amazing in those 4 games. I was so proud to watch those 4 games, seeing how amazing they look, and this team is as dangerous as their logo is. It's a shark. They're going to always be dangerous, and they're looking to make it back to the Western Conference final for the first time in 2 years. But Peter DeBoer has done a fantastic job in San Jose once again. Now, playoff leaders for my Sharks, players like Logan Couture with 2 goals and 3 assists. The Big Pavelski, captain, with a goal and 4 assists. Evander Kane, the hottest Shark on our team right now, with 3 goals and assists. And Tomas Hertl with 3 goals and assists. And our fantastic goalie, the other undefeated goalie in the playoffs this year, Martin Jones, with a 4-0 record, with a shutout and a 1.00 goal against average. So this is going to be a very good series for sure. 2 of the best goalies in Fleury and Jones, and 2 of a very inexperienced but experienced Vegas team against a Sharks team that can get it done. So coming from me in this last matchup of round 2, this one's tough. This one's a really tough matchup. I know they beat us in the regular season, I think 3 out of 4 times, so they have the advantage there, but postseason hockey is a lot different than regular season. It is a lot different than in the regular season, and this series can go 6, possibly 7, but this is going to be a really good matchup. So coming from me in this matchup, you already know I'm going to be going with my team, my San Jose Sharks, to defeat the Vegas Golden Knights and make it back to the Western Conference Finals. And those were my Stanley Cup playoffs second round predictions. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy these predictions today. Comment below, who do you have winning these last 8 matchups? Let me know in the comment section below, who do you have winning and how many games will it take. As always, represent your team in the comment section. Even if they're not in the playoffs, represent your team in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course reply right back to you, because comments are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video this evening. Now, before you go, you can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance, and I will see you guys next week for possibly 3 big videos. Later days and peace. Have a great evening, folks.